The National Weather Service has issued a winter storm warning in effect from 8 p.m. tonight until 8 p.m. on Wednesday. Today, Governor Tom Wolf signed a proclamation of disaster emergency. The proclamation is not a state of emergency as it does not prohibit vehicular travel on Commonwealth roads, but motorists are strongly encouraged to delay all unnecessary travel and heed road closures that may be in place. Our Lisa Sugart has important information for those who must venture out.
James May is with us. He is the district press officer for Penndot. The big question is, are you ready?
This is a very, very busy day here for us, but yes, we are ready. We had a small window of time between the last snowstorm last week and the one that's supposed to come in overnight tonight and then into tomorrow. So we do feel like we're ready. We've been doing a lot of preparation with our vehicles, making sure all of the maintenance is done on those. We had to change some snow plows out, but our big concern with this snowstorm is not really the amount of snow that we're getting, because a snowplow can push away 2 feet of snow just as easily as it can push away 2 inches of snow, but rather it's the rate at which the snow is coming. When you've got predictions saying that it might be up to 2 inches per hour, that means when a snowplow goes by your house, 30 minutes later, you could have an inch of snow on the ground. So the best advice that we have for people is to simply stay home, because there's no way that we'll be able to keep up with the rate at which the snow is coming down.
Now, you have extra help coming in, too, for this storm.
We do. They're called mobile emergency teams, and this is something that we started a few years ago that will bring in different teams from across the state. I know that in District 4, we're getting, it looks like, 5 or 6 plows and drivers who will be coming out from the Erie area. So they're on their way right now, heading east. They're coming over here. And then to the southeast of us, they'll be getting some as well. So it's a way that we can use resources across the state. Some of the areas that won't be getting hit as hard, they can send some of their equipment and personnel our direction to help us out, because looks like here in the northeast, north central Pennsylvania area is going to be getting hit very, very hard.
So you have enough supplies to get you through all of this, and do you call in like everybody?
We do. We go into 24/7 round-the-clock operations, and we do have plenty of supplies. Hard to believe, just a few weeks ago it was 75 degrees here in northeastern Pennsylvania, so it's relatively been a pretty mild winter so far for us, and we've had last winter as well was pretty mild for us. So we have plenty of supplies, plenty of equipment, and like I said before, we have this window of time that we were able to go in and get all of the equipment serviced to make sure that it's operational and ready. So we feel like we're ready, and we're bringing in extra resources. We're also calling in some rental companies that we work with, and we have some private contractors that we work with as well, so we're bringing them in as well. So from our end, we've done all the preparations that we can. Now we're just waiting for the storm to come in.
And you told me that you already know there's going to be reduced speed limits.
We had a WebEx this morning with central office and the governor's office, and we're looking at probably around midnight we will be reducing the speeds down to 45 miles an hour on the interstates. In the last big storm like this, we ended up actually putting some restrictions on the interstates, and a lot of times those are with large trucks where just because of the wind that can catch some of those trucks. So it's going to be really important to make sure that you stay up to date and to keep posted. The best advice is not to go out, unless you absolutely have to for some emergency situation, to stay home. But then there will be some areas of roadway that we will have some additional restrictions on, speed limit restrictions, and also some just basically banning certain trucks on the interstates a lot of times with this type of storm.
Are those the type of reductions in that come with a state of emergency?
It is. A state of emergency will specify some of that type of things, where we have speed reductions, where we have certain bans put in place. But then that also allows us to make some on-the-spot decisions where normally we would have to go through a central office or get some other approval on things. A state of emergency allows us to make some just on-the-spot decisions and really expedite some things for us. So it's beneficial to us, but it also will specify some of the specific restrictions for the public as well, what they can and can't do and where that is taking place.
And you wanted to stress the 511 PA because you can actually see the roads and where the plows have gone.
Exactly, and we talk about that a lot. I know I've been on the show before and talked about 511pa.com. You can go on there and actually see a number of traffic cameras, but also see where the plow has been. And in a storm like this, that is absolutely critical because, like I said before, once the plow goes past your house, If you go 30 minutes later, there could be an inch of snow on the ground 30 minutes after it goes past. So if you do have to go out, it may be a good idea for you to go on there, look and see where the plow is, find out when it's coming by your house. And you can normally kind of track, you can see where it's been and determine from that where it's headed to. And then try to get behind that plow. Stay plenty far back from it that you're not getting salt all over your car. But if you do have to go somewhere, it may be a good idea for you to jump behind that snow plow. And that's normally the best place to be in a storm like this. But if you don't have to go out, don't go out.
Excellent advice from James May from Penndot. Again, 511pa.com, or else you can download the app, as he's told us in the past, to get the view of where the trucks are and how the roads are looking. And also you can go to our Facebook page for continuous updates as well.